Good morning. How are you today? So, it's not technically morning here because it is the afternoon right now, but I just woke up, so it is the morning for me. Um, but fucking, I wanted to talk about my hair. I wanted to talk about where my video creation is going. And I wanted to talk about um, a spreadsheet that I made, as well as like some research that I did, and just talk about like some notes that I took. But fucking yeah, so to begin, like this is how I braid my hair when I go to bed, and it looks like this. I do wear a bonnet when I go to sleep. Um, because of racism involved with bonnets and discrimination, I don't I want to talk about how I use bonnets because it is a crucial part of my routine from my hair loss. So I do want to make sure that it is mentioned, but I don't want to be coming off as trying to represent myself as this like I don't know what words to use, but as like this like um I don't know, but so I'm going to learn the right way to talk about my use of bonnets, and um, I'm going to learn to discuss like if it's okay for me to talk about like which bonnets I'm using, or if I should be collaborating with other creators to get them to talk about the correct usages of bonnets. So I'm gonna learn about that and see. But either way, more I will try and put out some more bonnet content because I have gotten questions personally before from people who've never worn bonnets before about what type to get and shit. And I understand because I didn't know what kind to get either. Um, and my friend helped me out because I got the wrong kind first. But okay, so enough of that. I'm unbraiding my hair. When I went to bed last night, I had used a detangler. The detangler, like it's a leave-in milk cream, but it's also water based. And it's got I don't know how to say this, jojoba oil and coconut oil and things like that. It smells really good. So I put that in my hair, and I had brushed my hair before I went to sleep, and there are no tangles. So I do not feel that I need to use the detangler brush right now because between the braiding um, and the detangler, I have no tangles. So, but if I had tangles, I would be starting off with the detangler brush. But since I don't have tangles, I'm just going to use my boar's head brush this morning because I don't brush my hair more than I need to because it pulls it out when you do. One thing I never knew before is I've always been dry brushing because I knew that when your hair is wet, it's most fragile. But that's like, when your hair and your roots are soaking wet. Um, I've also been reading that like your hair, when you're brushing it, needs a barrier, or some shit like that to protect the oils from getting stripped, and so that the oils and everything are more evenly distributed. If you have hair like mine, which would be like hair where the oils and the sebum flows down more. Um, and that could be wavy or straight hair depending on your hair type. Um, but yeah, fucking. So I've been reading liquid, and then will help basically hydrate your hair, reduce frizz, and provide like a little barrier, as well as I've read that it is good. It's okay for me to use this argan oil, and I've read that it's okay for me to use the detangler. Both of these are okay to use daily. Um, and so what I've been trying that I think I'm gonna do for now is a glossing spray focus in the morning, and then at night use my detangler. So um, since I don't need to detangle, I'm not going to add more detangle. I'm just going to do, uh, let's see, the directions say that for fine hair, I can spray this product onto my hands and then gently smooth. So I think last time I had sprayed without thinking about it because it's a fucking spray bottle. But this time I'm gonna make sure I'm following the directions. So we're just going to and then smooth. This is a argan oil glossing finishing spray, and it's supposed to help set your hair or whatever. But it also helps, it's got the argan oil, and apparently this shit can go all over your hair. I did try to focus it on my ends and my strands, but particularly my ends where they get the most driest. But I read that argan oil is fine to put all over your fucking head. So I don't worry too much. Like some oils, I'll make sure I'm not putting it above my ear level or my head, like it's mid strands to tips only. And in some oils and stuff, I've read that it's okay to do what you need to do. Um, so yeah, so this is getting ready for my day. How I am starting my hair routine. Did I remember to? Oh, there's one. Okay, I was about to say, did I remember to bring a bobby pin? Because I like to kind of clip my hair out of my face. And yeah, fucking, I'm gonna do more videos on like styling regarding hair loss. But said before, I don't know how to do styling. I don't know how to do styling or whatever. But I mean, I do know a little bit about styling, but I don't know how to do like aesthetic styling. What styling I know is more focused on protecting your hair and keeping your hair like I don't want to call it a protective style because I know that that is a cultural term specifically for black hairstyles. I do want to refer to styles that happen to protect my hair. I don't know what other ooh, I don't know what other words to use. Um, because I'm not decolonized enough and I don't know enough about hair. Uh, but so for lack of better words, I'm going to refer to some of the when I talk about those styles. Hopefully I'll be able to learn more as I go and figure that shit out. But yeah, so this is how my hair looks. I last washed it a couple of days ago. I still feel like my hair looks pretty good. This thinning right here is to be expected. That's normal from the hair loss that I have been having. Um, but you can see like where my hair is thin. But if you look, I did a video before showing how I tell my hair needs to be washed. Like this still my roots aren't like that video where you can my roots are still pretty good. Like you can see my thinning, but yeah, like my hair isn't oily right now. It doesn't feel oily, it doesn't look oily. It is shiny and it's got a soft, sleek shine to it, but um it doesn't feel oily. So yeah, this is my hair. Um And yeah, I know I've just been like talking a lot, just showing you guys like what I do in the morning to take care of my hair. And then from here, I'll either leave it down or style it for the day, depending on what I'm doing. And I just wanted to show you how my hair is looking. And for reference, I do consider my hair to be thin, fine, low density, 2A. And I haven't, the most unhealthy part about my hair right now is I really need to get a hair trim. I haven't cut my hair in about a year. And that's a combination of some aspects it was financial because I had to put my resources into other places, you know what I'm saying? And then other aspects it was mental health related. Like even when I had the funds, I just didn't fucking do it. But now I'm in a place where like I'm getting my shit together. It comes and goes in waves in my life. Like sometimes in my life I'm doing great, sometimes I'm not. So right now I'm doing better. So I'm gonna go get my hair trimmed soon. I need to make an appointment, but yeah, fucking, cause like yeah, but you're right. I'm gonna roll the intro, and then we're gonna get into the spreadsheet, and then we're gonna get into the fucking notes that I took on my hair research. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you've been watching, I appreciate you following along with my hair care journey. Um, I am gonna try and make this a quicker live than normal, but y'all know me. I don't shut the fuck up. So watch this take 10 hours. But all right, yeah. My name is Lexi, also known as and doing business as Deaf Child. In 2022, my company was listed as number 14 Best Louisiana Events Companies and Startups. I have been doing business as Deaf Child since 2013. I have my Bachelor of Science in Music Industry Studies and Business Administration, and deafness runs in my family genetically. Speech is not fully accessible to me. And I've got about 50 certifications in marketing and sales that you can find at noladeafchild.com. So, um, you can find fucking. So I do have like all of my products and everything like that posted. Not only was I looked down at my and I noticed like a bunch of split ends sticking out right after I've been talking about needing to cut my hair. Fucking anywho, um, all the products and shit I've been using, like I've and my step-by-step routine I've been talking about. I have the playlist linked in the description of this video. And I discuss all of the products and I have it listed, everything listed as well. Um, and so I made a hair care routine spreadsheet because one of the things that I think I'm doing wrong with my hair routine is trying to put on too much product for every hair. Like I don't need to be putting on all of this product every day that I own. And so one of the things I want to make sure I'm doing with my hair routine is understanding when and how to use the different products because when I first started with this hair journey, within the last week or two, um, in terms of buying products, my okay, sorry, I'm like this, but my fucking hair journey really began when I was dealing with the hair loss. And over the last couple of years, I've really focused on hair loss. But then within this last year, now that I see improvement in my hair loss, I'm getting more into general healthy hair, healthy scalp, hair loss prevention, and hair loss reduction and minimizing it, things like that. And so from there, that's how I got into let's try these products. And when I was getting these fucking products, I really wanted to figure out what is the routine that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talks about your hair routine. We're talking about finding the best routine. You never really think about a routine being flexible, or at least I didn't. I didn't because I'm so static. I didn't think about the routine being flexible or dynamic. I was initially looking out for a static, set routine that would just, you know what I'm saying, that I could just follow and my hair would look good every time. That's what I was looking for at first. But then I'm learning about hair care, the more I'm realizing that's not possible. That's not how your body works. Like, you don't do the same thing to your skin every day. You don't do the same thing. You don't want to eat the same thing every day. You don't need the same things all the time, is what I'm learning. Like, what your hair needs is going to change based on what has been done to it, the environment you're in, like, all of these things. Um, so from there, I was like, okay, well, then I need to understand what my hair needs and when my hair needs it. Um, and so that was my next step, like, in creating this routine. And so then I was like, I can create different routines for my different hair needs. So that is the journey I'm trying to get on now, is figuring out different routines for different hair needs. Um, and that is how this spreadsheet came about. And because, like, I have never professionally studied hair, the extent to which I've studied hair has been documented in this playlist. Um, so to that end, I don't know shit about fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, I made this spreadsheet so I could better visualize this information. I believe this information is, if not completely accurate, pretty close to mostly roughly accurate enough ish to get a broad overview of purposes of products, because I was creating this spreadsheet as I was reading different sources on this information. And so I tried to create it based on the material given to me, like available to me. Um, and so if it's not, if I believe, there are people out there with these consensus, but I could have also made a mistake because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So if you know about hair and you look at my spreadsheet and you see like errors in terms of what I think a product is for, but it's not for that, definitely feel free to be like, hey, bitch, that's wrong. Um, but also fucking um I did make this spreadsheet with my products in mind that I purchased. So the some of this could vary based on what you get for yourself and what those products do for you. So my product list and everything like that is in my description in the playlist. And fucking this routine also is again for in my hair type, which is 2A medium porosity, fine, thin, low density. And then I also have sensitive skin, so that's a factor involved in all of this as well. um but the spreadsheet, I color coded it, and it lists out the products I use, like a general product guide, as well as the specific oils that I'm using, because the oils can have be used for various things. They give you various results. And then I go into like how often. And so it's a combination of um, the most I should do something and like best practices. Um, and then when to use something. And that would be more of in terms of when my hair is when my hair is like has a specific issue and I want a specific result, then these are the products I should be using for both short and long term. Like for example, sunscreen, short term, it could make my hair way down because it is oily, but long term sunscreen is going to help your hair not be brittle. You know what I'm saying? So, in that regard, because of the short term and long term contradiction, there could be a little bit of contradiction. But yeah, but the spreadsheet is just like it's got how often, when, and what to use these products, and it uses checkbox to check off whether or not I would use a product on a given time frame or in a given situation. Um, and then I also have some samples with a little key for that as well. Fucking every wash day, I plan on using leave-in conditioner, detangler, my amla oil, and my biotin collagen mist and my argan finishing spray. Um, but then like my pre-shampoo oil and my co-wash and my hair mask, from what I've read, all of those three things are recommended to be used with a light shampoo and light shampoo with a I mean low shampoo and light conditioner. Um, and then I also read not to use regular conditioner with deep conditioner. Like my hair type, you only need to condition once. Like if I over condition, it'll get too fragile. Um, so yeah, and right now I've been washing my hair like usually every 2 to 4 days. If I go running and my hair gets super oily, because particularly in the summer in New Orleans, it'll get to 90, 100 degrees. If I'm out and about, I might wash my hair more often. It could be even every day or every other day when that happens, because my hair will get like if I sweat too much, that's gross. Like I am I mean, I know your body sweats a little bit, and a little bit of sweat is not gross. I'm not trying to degrade anybody for just being a human or create a stigma against sweat. But you know what I mean? Like when you're sweating a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like it's releasing all the oils and all the dirt, and you feel gross. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Am I using the right words? Um, but anywho, fucking yeah. So figuring out like all that, learning like, okay, how is my hair doing? You know what I'm saying? And then now I've got this spreadsheet to be like, all right, this is what I can do about it. Um, and I think that's really making me feel better about my journey. And then So this spreadsheet is linked in the description of this video, as well as in the whole playlist for my hair routine. It's in the description of the playlist as well. Um, and then moving on, next I want to read to you guys from some of my notes from the sources that I have been looking into on hair care products. And I have about 60 sources that I've read. So they didn't fit in the description. So when this live ends, I'll put these sources in the comments of this video. Um, but yeah, so one thing that I did wish I did was in my notes, I kind of wish that I paid attention to which sources each tip came from. And I wish that I took note of that, or either each tip or each idea. Some of it's not necessarily a tip; it's just a thought, like a concept. Um, so some of the things that I have in my notes here, I've already cited these sources in previous videos, but then a lot of these sources I have not cited them in any of the previous videos yet. So we are about to go over all of those sources, and I'm gonna be linking them in the video. I'm gonna discuss the notes. I was really manic when I was fucking like reading all of this because I did this all in one sitting. And so this is like 60 fucking sources. So I read like 60 fucking things about hair in like one sitting and was like taking notes, you know what I'm saying? Um, so this is just a compilation summary highlights of all 60 of these sources, what I felt like were the best things for me to know. Um, but so these are the key takeaways I took from all of that. Fucking and going forward in the future, I am gonna try and hope to do like a better job of making sure like I'm paying attention to where I'm getting the information from each source and making note of that because I did not do that this time. But shit happens and we are here now. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading my notes, and it's gonna kind of be like a bit of a ramble, but I'm a bit rambly, and if you're watching this shit, you're probably fucking used to that shit. So fuck it. All right, here we go. And again, for reference, this is all for medium porosity, low density, fine texture to a hair. Um, so if I recommend I do want to say before I start reading these notes, like if you're struggling with your hair care journey, no matter even if you think you have the same hair as me, but even if you don't have the same hair as me, but you're watching this just to see like how I deal with my hair journey, if you're looking for what to do to take care of your own hair, you need to research yourself and do a journey of self-discovery for what is your hair texture, what is your density, what is your porosity, um, what's the fourth fucking thing called? Shit. Curl type. Curl type. Or whether or not it's straight or curly, and if it's got a wave or curl, what's your curl type? On one level, for a lot of 2A heads, like we're often told we have straight hair, but why the fuck are we straightening it? You know what I'm saying? Because it is not straight enough to be straight and not wavy enough to be wavy or curly typically. But I mean, it's a light wave. It's a slight wave. It's a little wave. It's just I don't think I have curly hair, but I just don't think it's like straight either. It's a little wavy. It's like me. I'm bisexual, pansexual. I go a little both ways. I'm sorry. Fucking all right. Fucking for real this time, reading my fucking notes. Here we go. So, deep condition regularly, clarify regularly, co-wash or low shampoo to cleanse, lightweight products, products with a harder hold. Okay, also, I forgot to mention, in my notes, I have contradictions. I forgot if I mentioned that or not. And so there's competing information from the sources about whether or not your hair needs light hold or harder hold. Um, and I'm starting to learn also that that competing information also can factor into the results you are looking for your hair. So anytime you see competing information, go look into what are the results of those informations, and then you can decide which one is best for you. Um, and that's what I'm realizing with my hair care journey. Every time I see competing information, at first I'm confused because I see this one says do this one says don't do this. But then you look into why does this one say do this? Why does this one say don't do this? And then you see, oh, okay, fucking those are different results that they're telling you to get. And so then you can make the decision based on the result you want. All right. So, um one source said use products with a harder hold. Another source said don't use products with a harder hold. So the source that says use products with a harder hold, I think they're talking about getting your wave to hold whenever you're trying to hold a wave. The ones that saying don't use a harder hold is talking about when your hair is getting too brittle, if it's making your hair too hard. Um, so, keep that in mind. And then another source says use leave-in. Actually, I don't know if there's another source, the same source, but another note it says use leave-in conditioner, use moisturizing products. Oils and butters can block moisture. One source says that styling products with humectants. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Humectants. Is that humectants? Humectants? My captioner is not getting that word. Okay. So one source says that H word causes frizz and dryness, such as glycerin, propylene, glycol, panthenol, sodium PCA, and others. Hey, I must have said that shit right, the cap. How the fuck is in the captioner get that shit but not humectants? I must not be saying that right. Okay. Another source says that one source says that HUMECTANTS causes frizz and dryness, while another source says that it leads to hydration and to use it. Later on, I'll talk about a conclusion I had on that idea. Okay. Another source says that my hair type needs to avoid sulfates. It is SULFATES because it is the product that can often be used to create suds. But for my hair type, it can strip your hair of too much of the oil and make it super dry and lead to a dry scalp. Um, is what I read. Another thought thing I was noted was look for shampoo with gentle cleanse without stripping hair of oil. And another note says don't use repair masks more than bi-weekly. Another note says styling products add moisture for more volume. Use the tangling product or deep conditioner before brushing to protect your hair. Use a castor oil, rosehip, vacuum seed oil, manoi oil. Oh, I said that right. Argan oil, keratin, grapeseed, mongogo, jojoba, and lightweight oils to protect your hair. You want to use lightweight curl creams and not overload with oils and butters. One source says to use protein-rich products. Another source says to avoid them in your daily regimen. And what I was reading about that was that your hair needs protein because that's what helps it build strength. But if you use it too much, it will get hard and weighed down. Then it says too much or heavy product will weigh hair down and can look greasy. You want to detangle before styling. This next one is a call out for me. Trim hair every 10 to 12 weeks. Um, but I know that that's for my hair type specifically. The 2A hair type needs to be trimmed every 10 to 12 weeks. I don't know if that varies for other hair types, to be honest. If using buying heat tools, try infrared technology to lock the moisture into the hair and style it from the inside out. Alright, so if I spend any more fucking money on styling tools with heat, I will try and look for infrared shit. And then it says alternate shampoo days for a gentle hair rinse. It says try Ayurvedic oils like hibiscus, amla. I don't know how to say this word. I think it is bring grudge. It's spelled Bhringraj. So sorry if I said that wrong. And then RTHVI think. I can't read my handwriting. I think that's a brand that does Ayurvedic oils. Um, AYUVEDIC. Actually, I can't tell if there's an R in there. Fuck. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but if y'all Google this shit, hopefully, um, you can. I'm so sorry, I'm ignorant. If that's xenophobic of me to be fucking up these words from other languages, I apologize. I'm not trying to fuck your shit up. I'm just ignorant. Okie dokie. Another note: stick to microfiber hair towels. You want to resist it? What? Okay, here's two things where I found competing information again. One says resist the urge to scrunch your hair when wet. This disturbs your natural curl pattern. Whereas another source says scrunching encourages wavy hair. Um, so what I've processed from that and what I think I'm gonna try is not scrunching my hair when it's like soaking wet in order to let that natural curl pattern do its thing. But then perhaps whenever I'm adding moisture back into my hair or it's like slightly damp, I could try scrunching it if I want to encourage a wavy hair. I'm gonna try that. Okay, more notes. If you need to when drying your hair, air dry most of the way and use a diffuser with moderate heat to accentuate waves, or vice versa. Okay, so more contradictions. Some sources I'm getting are saying for wavy hair that if you use heat when you're drying it, you're just going to I forget why they explained it, and I'm blanking on the explanation. But I think the explanation that I read had something to do with like the heat will basically just take out your curl pattern. It'll for some reason I forget the reason. Um, but to use low setting to dry your hair in order to maintain lock the curl pattern into place because the heat I think just makes it more malleable. Um, and then I also have seen two different sources. Some sources I'm getting are saying to towel dry your hair most of the way and then use a hair dryer. Some sources I'm getting say use a hair dryer and then use a hair dryer when it's completely damp when it's completely wet until it's damp and then let it air dry or use a towel the rest of the way. And then some sources I'm getting say it's best to only let your hair air dry, whereas others I've gotten say like if you use your hair dryer on a low setting, that can be better for your hair to dry it faster and not have it weighed down than air drying it where it is more fragile longer. So I am getting these competing informations. I don't think I'm using the right words there. Whoops. I'm getting competing information from these sources. And that right there, that mistake, that's an example of language deprivation and language disfluency in deaf kids, by the way. That's the example. Fucking. But I think that at the end of the day, all of that likely may have to do with what style you are looking for and what result you're looking for your hair. So I'm gonna have to do like more research to figure that out. Like, because I think some of those techniques, some of them will add value versus some of it could dry it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would have to look more into that to determine what would be the best method, right? Um, okay, so more notes. Less is more. Don't overstyle or overuse products. Fine hair can be difficult to maintain length. Deep conditioning nourishes and strengthens fine hair. Keep manipulation to a minimum to avoid breakage. Reduce use of combs, brushes, and light damaging hairstyles. Apply styling products with hair upside down to get more volume. Applying products on soaking wet hair helps disperse the product and make it lighter. Try spraying some water on your hands and emulsify your product of choice to make product lighter. One source says use a sulfate cleanser. Others don't cut it, but follows sulfate cleanser with deep conditioning for 15 plus minutes. Should only need to clarify one source says should only need to clarify every 3 to 4 months, whereas another source says you should be clarified. I've seen sources say clarify every 3 to 4 months. I've seen sources clarify monthly. I've seen sources say clarify like bi-weekly, I think. So that one I'm not entirely sure which one is the best. So, you know. All right. Look for a curl defining hair gel. You want to bring out the waves of the 2A hair type. Get a hairbrush for wet hair that detangles. Leave-in conditioner is meant to be applied on wet hair after washing. One says plop, don't rub when drying your hair. So what I've read and what I know about plopping versus scrunching, because I didn't know the difference at first, was, and I could be wrong, but what I read was that plop is when you gather all of your head and plop it on top of your head and use something like a towel to keep it up there. Versus scrunching is when you're taking the individual strands and you're trying to do like put it in your hand and then cup it and bring it up to form like a to scrunch it together to kind of make it um like form that, I don't know, patterns from where you scrunch it. I don't know if I can what words to use, but yeah. Um but so I've seen different sources debate on whether or not you should plop or scrunch at all. Some say to plop and scrunch, some say only do one, some say don't do either. But what all the sources I've read agree on is they've been saying that you shouldn't be rubbing your hair because it will disturb the natural curl pattern for 2A hair. Um, and not that I think, like a wavy hair is necessarily curly, but the curl pattern of the wave. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think necessarily like the wig can curl. I don't know. That makes sense. I feel like surfing. Like I don't know how to surf. More like a bodyboard, but it reminds me of like a wave at a beach when the wave curls. Okay. Um. So hair is weakest wet and most fragile, so you should not deep condition longer than 30 minutes max. Fine hair can do as little as 10 to 15 minutes. One source says protein helps hair hold curl with strength and structure. The finer the hair or looser the wave slash curl, the more protein needed. But protein, coarser, drier, coilier hair needs less protein. I'm just reading back what I had written down from a source. I don't know the validity of this information. All right. Or what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Okie dokie. Then another source says, don't plop wet hair with towel or after products in because it will soak up styling products quicker than your hair. Wait for your hair to dry some. One source says curl creams, oils, butters, smoothies, and souffles are not good for fine hair. Mousse, light curl creams, and sprays can be more lightweight than gels. Buy a silicone-free conditioner. Balance between moisturizing products and protein. Avoid alcohol-based products which strip hair of moisture. Try round brushes for drying. Hair clarifying is a scalp scrub. Fine, thin hair benefits from less to no conditioner on the roots. High heat is not my friend. Detangle before styling. Make sure leave-in conditioner is high on moisturizing scale or hair will be dry regardless of oil or cream. Use hair rinse to increase shine and manage oil without stripping oils with suds like apple cider vinegar. Lightweight foams and mousses are good for volumizing. Anti-humectants protect against humidity. Anti-humectants. I'm making sure the captioner got that. Fucking shit. So, if humectants cause frizz and dryness from attracting water, and anti-humectants prevent frizz and dryness from blocking moisture. Products that hydrate have humectants without oil to seal moisture in. Humectants alone may cause dryness. Oil protects against humidity by creating a barrier that seals hair cuticle. All right, and that is the end of my fucking notes. So also, not all products that hydrate have humectants. HUMECTANTS. But they can. 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 Okay. Fucking captioner. Yeah. So that's the fucking shit. That's the summary. That's what we're processing. I don't know the validity of this information because I don't even know if I wrote down or processed the right information because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, hi, Augusto. Yeah, apple cider vinegar for hair routine. Yeah, it's supposed to be a good rinse for if you have like fine hair. You know what I'm saying? Like in between your wash days, if you're trying to go longer, the soap of a shampoo can dry out your hair and strip your hair of the oils. So of the oils that you need. So if you use something like a rinse, like an apple cider vinegar, then it will clean your hair of the dirt if you're like getting sweaty, for example, in between hair wash days without stripping your hair of the natural oils. So you're cleaning and you are refreshing and you're moisturizing and nourishing your hair without overdoing it. But yeah, no, thank you so much for coming. I was just wrapping this bitch up. Oh, you know what though? I'm so glad that you did come because if you didn't come and stop me, I would have fucking ended this live without covering this one more thing I wanted to talk about but forgot to talk about already, which is where is my content going next? Fucking all right, cuz I know like I had been started off this YouTube channel only putting my music on here. So at first it was only my demos. And then I was basically using YouTube just kind of as a storage place for everything on TikTok. And that started when like shit kept getting taken down on TikTok. So um, I was like, well, because I was losing the work that I had just done when my videos would get taken down. And so then I started uploading all the videos I was making onto YouTube. If I was posting a video somewhere else, start posting on YouTube. And before that, I had also did post some of my ads and my marketing stuff over time too, because I had also used YouTube to promote myself with my marketing, you know, on my website and all of that. So some of that is also mixed in. Um, so that's how my YouTube channel started. And then whenever I decided it was really this year that I decided let me use YouTube as a social media platform like I use these other platforms because I never really did that before. Like I never like really focused on posting regularly on YouTube. Like I happened to post on YouTube, but I wasn't trying to post or make content for YouTube. I was just fucking like, you know, manically creating shit and sharing it. Um, so fucking from that regard, I started making content specifically for YouTube, inspired by other content creators that I've been following over the last um over the last year. I've really started following a lot of YouTube creators. And there's so many amazing YouTube creators, but I kind of want to shout out a few of the creators that like I could go all day if I'm like listing creators I follow, but some of the creators that have really been inspiring me lately and motivating me and even encouraging me would be so Cursed Eye and Shelly Abbott are two huge ones. And Shelly Abbott has done so much for me. Fucking those are two first names that popped in my head. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like trying to put this all in any specific order. All these people are great. Um, I'm just Tommy Chonged out. So fucking Shelly has done so much work to support all creators, you know what I'm saying, that are in her group. She has a group where she spreads awareness about child exploitation, and anybody that's a creator in her group, she's been fucking um promoting the fuck out of them and encouraging them and trying to get other people to amplify their own voices. And I love the way she encourages and supports people. Um, Oh, Augusto just commented that they've been busy lately, so glad that you posted so I can catch up. Oh, good. That means a lot to me because I know that we've been missing each other. I know you work two jobs and I've been working. I just got more work and more clients, so I was already struggling with time management, and it's been even fucking worse, dude. It's so bad, and it's like I don't want to be this flaky person that isn't paying attention to people or treating people like they don't matter, you know. But I'm like this point in my life where I want to do so much that I can't do it all, and so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But oh yeah, more creators. Fucking Cursed Eye, her work is also incredible. And I love her editing style. It feels like if Lisa Frank was a snarky bitch. You know what I mean? Like Lisa Frank aesthetic. That's like watching a Cursed Eye video. Um, wait, I'm not trying to call you a bitch, Cursed Eye. That came out wrong. I was trying to compliment you, but no. I'm sorry. I'm like, let me talk about how great this person is. She's a fucking bitch. My bad. No, but you know what I mean? Sorry. No, she's she's great though. Fucking Yeah, but fucking great. You're fucking great. I appreciate you and thank you for all you do. Like that just means a lot to me. Like just community, you know what I'm saying? Because I was surrounded by myself, and well, by myself for a while there too. But I meant to say I was surrounded by others where I felt so alone for so long, even surrounded by community because I didn't have a support system. To where now that I'm finally in a place where I feel like I am building not only a community but support systems. I don't even know how to be a support system because I've never had one. So, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I feel like working on relationships is really important to me right now. So it really means a lot to me that you're here. Um, and fucking oh, more creators. So, um, Boss Attorney Bree on YouTube, also on the Lawtudes. She's fucking great. Her lives are delightful. She really, her and her consultant Cami Locker, they fucking they're great, and her admin too, Smalls, fucking incredible. Fucking these people, like they're so supportive and encouraging of other creators on this platform. They educate me so fucking much. Um, and I love the way that Boss Attorney Bree and her admins, like the way that they run their lives and engage with the people and bring people up and like build a community and have that conversation because they're at their channel is in that sweet spot too to follow where they're big enough to be getting a good amount of community in their live streams to where you're in there with other people and connecting with others and having a good time chit chatting with others, but they're not so big that the chat is going so fast that they can't have a conversation with you. So it's that perfect balance of networking with others while getting to have conversations. Um, and fucking so Boss Attorney Bree is great to follow. And then another creator who I've really enjoyed her live streams. Her name is Deja, Deja, yeah, on YouTube. I don't know her. I think that's her channel name. But she's fucking awesome. She's relatively small. At the time of this video, she's only got about, I think it's around 600 subscribers. Fucking, so she's relatively small. She's bigger than me, but relatively small for a channel. But I love her content because I love the way that she discusses social issues. I will say a contradiction, and I'm not trying because I don't want to be over here like singling out a person, particularly given the circumstance where I'm a fucking white woman and this is a black creator who I look up to. So I'm not trying to do like, but so I have made a video before about child exploitation. Deja has shown her child on content before. And I know that there's different opinions about whether or not how people feel about that. Um, I will say why I follow Deja and why I still, you know, she doesn't use her kid for content though. Her kid happens to be there in some of the content, but her kid is not the focus of the content. And is mostly only there in relation to her being a parent. I think that if someone has a criticism about perhaps not wanting her child's face shown online, I think that's a valid criticism. But I still follow her because I don't really consider her as someone who exploits children. So because I've talked about child exploitation and because she does happen to have shown her kid, I did want to mention that. But fucking I do think that she's great. She really does talk about social issues, and I really love the way that she talks about I don't know, she talks about things in a way that I don't have never thought about before, from a different perspective, and I really like that. So yeah, backing for creators. If you are looking for people to follow, for creators that I think will give you good information on social issues, commentary, and everything like that. Um, Boss Attorney Bree, Shelly, Abbott, Cursed Eye, and Deja are all amazing people, I think, to follow on YouTube. Fucking, oh shit, I just saw your comment, Augusta. Fucking, said you're gonna check it out later to start focusing on yourself, do your best, just don't fucking overdo it. Shit, man, right? Oh, speaking of, um, I'm gonna do a new series like self care Saturday, self care Sunday. I think is some shit I might be doing because Um, is my fucking captioner working? All right, sorry. Self care Saturday, self care Sunday is what I was talking about trying to do because for a new series because like I talk a lot about some heavy social issues and that's why I also wanted to show my self care journey and my journey with just living and shit too because I do cover a lot of heavy material. So I feel like, yeah, we need some fucking we need like a palate cleanser. We just need some joy sometimes too. Like because yeah, like you on one level you cannot just like ignore harmful shit in the name of self-care because that's not real self-care, right? But on another level, like if you're not doing self-care, you can't take care of the harmful shit if you're not taking care of. And so that's another thing. It's like so, when we're doing talking about human rights issues, making content in any sort of way or putting yourself out there doing any form of work, you just gotta make sure you're balancing that self-care too, so yeah, fucking back to content too. Going forward, I will be getting back to my content with that I have more Alexander Graham Bell content planned. AGB. I got more of that shit coming. I've got more marketing and business shit coming and I also have like a calendar. Every time I get an idea, I will put it in my Google Calendar. But I haven't been scheduling the live streams because I've been struggling with a work-life balance. So I didn't want to schedule these live streams and then not be able to show up for them. And so that's one of the fucking things, that I'm working on here. So I'm going to figure that out. Like, so between figuring out a work-life balance and then there's a lot of creators I've been following who I really enjoy showing up for their live streams when they are live. So I also don't want to schedule my lives during those lives. So there's been times where I could have gone live, but I was in another live instead because I would have rather watched that live than host my own at that time. So to that end, fucking I'm gonna be working on like figuring out when are those people that I've been following go live, so I can schedule and plan my lives around them. I think I will go ahead and just schedule some fucking live streams going forward, just to put some shit on the calendar and see if I can show up to as many of those as possible. But there may and will probably be last minute changes even up till like the moment of for these live streams. um and then I'm hoping that by the end of the summer though I can figure out a good routine for me, and I'm hoping that by the end of the summer I can figure out an official content plan calendar for like a regular um time that I'm always going live or something like that. I'm gonna see if I can figure some shit like that out. Like, for example, it could be Wednesdays at 7. You know, that might happen. Um, oh yeah. One step at a time. Fucking yeah. There's a TV show called One Day at a Time. And so when you said one step at a time, I got that little theme song in my head where it's like, one day at a time, or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Um, but yeah, this is all I wanted to wrap up. I might actually go live again later today. Because I want to go. There's like a lot of shit I want to go live about. There's this one particular creator I want to go live about next because the shit that she put out is so wild. I cannot tell if she's being fucking serious or if this is just like clickbait. I fucking cannot tell if this is clickbait or serious. So, um, yeah, I might probably have to go live today so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But that's one of my next lives is gonna be about this thing. Oh my god. About this creator, and she's been deleting videos too. But I downloaded one video before she fucking deleted it. So, and that one, I know she was catching some heat. So we're gonna talk about all of that. I'm probably gonna go live randomly tonight or tomorrow. Um, but yeah, we're gonna figure our shit out. I'm gonna end this live now. Because life is hard I feel crazy, and now I'm getting too rambling. I think I covered all the points I wanted to talk about today. Um, so just to wrap it up, we talked about my hair care journey so far to this point. We talked about you watched me do my hair this morning and how I woke up with my hair today. Um, we talked about fucking my spreadsheet that I made for my hair care journey and routine. We talked about all the sources that I've been going through, and we talked about my notes, and then we talked about my content plan for going forward. So that's wrapping up, summarizing, concluding, recapping everything we did here. Um, Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you later whenever I go live about this other shit. I cannot wait to shit talk about this later. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. Like, I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. You might want to adjust the volume after all of this because a loud music is going to play. So yeah, adjust the volume. And then if you're coming to these lives anyway, I do have a loyalty program, nolo.child.com/loyalty. If you sign up for my site as a member and you follow the check-in procedure, you can get points just for showing up to these lives anyway. So I just want to let you know about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I always have a really hard time saying goodbye because, you know, saying goodbye really just kind of feels like you're Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? Over here, just like, well done, Wilson. But anywho, yeah. So thank you for being here and goodbye.